Hey guys, good morning. I just wanted to get you some cylinder videos. And what we're going to do this week is we're going to look at these problems here with cylinders, cones, and spheres. And at the end of the week, we're going to see the connection between all three of these here. Okay? So as we look, we have our cylinders. They gave us our volume formula, and we have our radius and height. Now, remember, sometimes they might give you the diameter, which we need to break down. So be careful. We need always to use the radius in our formula. So we don't want diameter. If you have it, divide it by 2. So as we work through this problem here, we need to put in the important information. So again, area of the base times the height. In this case, we have a circle on our base. So we have our pi r squared. And I understand that in Delta Math, our practice problem, they're using the pi symbol. They gave you a calculator for those problems. So instead of rounding like we're going to do today, just click on the pi symbol on the calculator and it will calculate as accurate as possible. All right, so just be careful on those Delta Math questions there. So with this one, we have pi times our radius, which is 2, times our height, which is 4. So you have 2 times 2 because it's 2 squared. So we got 4 times 4. And we have 16 pi. So again, this is our best possible answer. And in Delta Math, they want the best possible answer. So they're going to do 16 times pi. And you just click on the calculator symbol at the top, and there's a pi symbol in that formula there for you to use. In this case here, we're going to get our rounded answers for us here, so that way we can get an idea of how many cubic feet that we're dealing with. And in this case, it's about 50.2. If I were to do 16 times 3.14, we can round, and this is cubic feet. We're dealing with 3D shapes. All right, so there is our best answer. So again, making sure that you compute our problems, again, stay organized as we work. All right, so let's go to problem number 2. If we have our base, we have the radius again. So we have pi times our radius, which is 4. Square that, not times 2, it's 4 times 4. And then we have times our height of 8. So as we work here, we have pi times 16 times 8. So I'll do 16 times 8, which we get a total of 128 times pi. So again, right, this is our best possible answer, but with our Delta Math practice, we're going to do 128 times the value of 3.1415, I think 9, and it continues on forever. They want that, and they're going to ask you to do any rounding. So we're going to do our rounding with 3.14, right? So 128 times 3.14, right? So as we look at this, 128 times 3.14, it again is going to be rounded, so we can use the approximations and run out of room. 401.92, and then our label this time here is feet. All right, so cubic feet. So again, we have our rounded answer, our best approximation for 401. You could round that to 402. That's totally fine, because again, we're underestimating because it's 3.14. And then our last cylinder practice here. Again, we're going to doublet our radius and height. So as we look at this one here, we want to use, not our highlighter. We have our pi symbol, our radius is 6. Again, so we're getting larger, right? This should be a bigger number than 402. So we have 6 times 6 is 36 times 12. So we have 36 times 12, which will be 432 pi. So again, right there, that's our best answer. However, we want to use the pi symbol in delta math, so we can multiply. In this case, they told us to round, and as we, I guess they said round to the nearest tenth, so really we should take off that 2 there and round it off. But as we look at this, 432 times 3.14, and we're going to see what we get, which again we wanted to round to the nearest tenth. Helps if I read the directions there. So this is going to be a much larger value. This is 1,356.48. So let's round it. That 8 rounds up to nearest 10. So this will be 0.5, which we need cubic feet. Okay, so this will be our best possible answer. Again, we rounded, so we can use our approximation because we rounded 3.1 and we stopped. Pi goes on forever. In Delta Math for today's practice, they're going to need you to use the symbol in the calculator function on Delta Math. Just simply click on that pi symbol and see what you get for your best possible answers. Okay, so read the directions in Delta Math practice today. You're going to need to complete 8 good problems using the cylinder. So these are some nice examples for you to follow. All right, and then that way you can help yourself. And again, feel free to reach out with any questions.